We should have put the camera on. People probably would have liked it more because then some of the things you were doing. I still feel your voice when you sleep next to me. I still feel your touch in my dreams. I don't know the rest.
Round 2 of the Entertaining Stupid podcast.
I'm so excited.
Back at it
Drunk
again.
Ashley time. Just kidding.
More Ashley, more Brittany, more Christian.
Can we tell them it's the same night?
You don't have to.
Can we though?
Tell them I just can't stop talking. Just to give a taste of what Matthew deals with on the regular basis.
We got pressured into this again.
You did.
What else we talk?
Yeah. Also, again,
volunteered
when
for
was
this.
again?
Well, I can't control you.
Max,
yeah.
you can't go
so
downstairs. You have to stay here. You cannot
why
play Call of
do you
Duty
guys want me to hit
Vanguard.
record again? What were you? Is there
It'll
anything
be
else
here
you wanna go
tomorrow
on?
morning.
I think we're just excited. We don't want to stop. I mean, I'm sure there's many topics
Say
we
the
could probably
Eternals
think
was
of
10 out of 10.
again.
You
Do
can
you
go.
have any more questions?
Never. I'd rather die.
That seems like a dark hole to go down. But do you have any more?
If
How
that
about,
is your destiny.
how about we'll ask a question, girls will ask questions, and boys will ask
That's a
questions.
great idea.
Okay.
My first question,
I have no questions.
Well, you know what? Start thinking, Christian.
because you're, sorry, men will ask questions.
Stop
So
being
I
so
guess
brain
only
dead.
Jason will talk.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Men are talking.
You're a boy.
The men are talking.
Mansplain it to me, Jason.
Okay.
My question would be, I feel like we kind of talked about this already earlier, but I haven't had to pick up a person in a while because, like, I have a boyfriend. That's not really relevant. Anyway, how did you, during COVID, what was the easiest way to, like, pick up a girl? Like, do you like Tinder, or is it easier to, like, you, I feel like, went back in your fucking pool and, like, went and picked up girls you talked to years ago and are now going out with them. Is that wrong?
I'm trying to think. I don't.
Like, the last couple people you said you've known previously.
Are you recycling? what
Reheating
what a
leftovers?
cautious man.
Leftovers.
I don't think they'd appreciate
I eat
you
my
referring
leftovers.
to
So you
them.
know,
Wait,
I'm trying to think.
What was, like, the
No, there
what's
was
the
Kate.
go-to
There
way
was
to
Kate.
Pick up a girl
No.
right now?
So, okay, well, when COVID started, I was hanging out with this girl for like a month. But the thing is, like, this is when, like, COVID was unpredictable and nobody knew what was happening. I've talked about this on the podcast before.
Oh, is this the weird room question?
Yeah. So, Brett wasn't comfortable with me having a girl, like, someone else in the house. Mm-hmm. So, I brought her into our weird room.
Oh, I heard this.
Okay, sorry, interrupt. What is the weird room?
Okay, so where him and I have a place, at the back in the garage, there's it's a furnace room, but it's like carpeted, and it's like a bedroom almost. Like you walk in there and it's carpeted,
It's like
it's
a
got a
mini
window.
office.
Like if you really want to charge rent in there, someone could live in there, but you know they're in the garage.
Like in with the furnace though.
But the furnace
was
is like
with the
it's
furnace.
hidden behind
a closet
It's hidden
door.
behind a closet door.
Oh, okay.
Right? So this girl and I, we would sit in lawn chairs in my garage, and then like we had sex in my car the first time in the garage because we couldn't go in the house because Brett wasn't cool with that, and then
That sounds like a bad roommate.
just because COVID was we didn't know what was happening.
Oh, okay.
Like
sorry,
this
I
was
missed
like
the COVID
this
factor.
was April 2020.
Just like,
Oh, okay.
No,
Right.
COVID, no girls in the house.
Like when we
Yeah, I was like, oh, that doesn't
Yeah,
sound
he
like
didn't
fun
want
at
anybody
all.
else
No,
in the house.
That is fair.
And then we're like, okay, well, we just want to like do this properly, right? So then we went into the weird room, and I had a moving mat from when I moved in there, so we just like put that on the ground and did that like probably like 3 or 4 times in the weird room, like not on a real bed.
What a trooper that woman was.
Yeah. So and then
Did she not have a house you guys could have went to?
she lived a little bit out of town in like Saint Denis or something, right? So and she lived with 2 other people who weren't comfortable with someone else coming there.
What a tricky
But
situation.
Yeah.
that was not actually my question.
And it sucks when you want to fucking
Like when you like now since COVID, even though you can't really.
Well, right now it's
how
like
would you pick up a girl right now? Your most favorite way to do it, or like.
I would rather
DM?
no, I'd rather talk to
Beyond
someone
the-
in person, but that doesn't really happen very often. Just because it's like you have to gauge the
So what
interest.
do you do right now?
Well, I don't.
What? So you're just gonna be single forever?
Well, I'm not single, but like I am single, but like I'm not.
Oh
my god. It's that in between phase where it's like.
But I mean, okay, like pretend you were single. What would be the thing? Is what I mean. You
I don't know. Like for me.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know. I was sick of the whole dating app, so I really don't do that anymore.
I feel the dating app makes more sense because you know those people are out there to date versus like just sliding into DMs. You don't know what they're looking for, so I feel like that makes more sense to just like stick to dating apps.
No, for me, it's like if I meet someone, like if I talk to someone at the gym or if I talk to like someone in real life.
People at the gym.
If I can gauge interest, but like if the interest is super low, you can tell that pretty quick. So, but no, like I don't like the dating apps because they're so stupid. There's no investment on either side really. Like you can make plans, but they're I know they didn't meet on
dating apps are just games. They're just swipey games.
Yeah, like I mean, like there's a little investment.
Jayson?
I don't know. Hit on the receptionist at work.
Hey, there you go.
That's very Mad Men of you.
How's that going?
His name is Jim.
To be determined.
It's not working at all.
It's not working at all.
I recommend you try something else.
But I don't know. But
to
your question, Ash, like the whole COVID landscape has changed so much, where it's like people will go out with each other and then not go with each other.
True. Yeah. It's really
now it's like are you vaccinated kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So, but
from that comment there. Christian knows my buddy Lyndon.
Yeah, I see him at the gym sometimes.
Yeah, so he's like in his mid-20s or so, and
funny guy.
He's a great guy. I'm trying to get him on the podcast. We'll see whatever
Matthew
schedule
had, like,
works.
A man boner for him
that guy! I remember Matthew fucking juicing over him. Yeah.
What was the thing that he said to that? He messaged that girl on Tinder, and then at like 4 a.m, she never replied, and he said something back. What was that?
I don't remember.
Where's Matt? What did Lyndon say to that girl over Tinder when she didn't reply? Lyndon from when we went to Leopold's and Jayson was there with his friends.
Oh yeah, he said yes sir.
Yeah. He replied. He said to her at 4 a.m, "What's up?" And she didn't reply, and he went, "Yes sir." So
I will get the last word.
What's the context?
Well, he replied like the next morning.
Okay, get on the mic and explain it.
No, he just got on at like 11 a.m. Like 11 a.m. he texted her back saying yes sir. Like she never replied.
Yeah.
At 4 a.m. be like sup.
Yeah, she never said anything later in the day.
After he was well rested, he responded.
He's like, yes sir, I did drunk text you.
So Lyndon's sort of go-to questions immediately when he sees a girl at, say, like a bar or something is, how old are you and are you double vaxxed?
You know what?
Okay, fair.
Actually, really fair questions.
But the best part when
kids right now.
That night that we saw him when they met him at Leopold's, he was trying to go after this lady who was with this man who was probably like, he looked like a bodybuilder. He was massive, and this guy went to the bathroom and Lyndon went and started talking to her.
What a bold
I don't know
man.
what he said to her, but like it obviously didn't go anywhere. But I'm like, you're really gonna play with fire? This guy's gonna fucking throw you through that glass.
Yeah,
that is bold.
Yeah, he was fucking hammered though. What day? That was like a Tuesday.
It was a Thursday. That was a Thursday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because remember, you came over the next day. That's when you wouldn't drink, and I was like, "Why aren't you drinking?" And Matthew's like, "Leave him alone. He's hungover."
Oh, that's what Christian's birthday. And I tried to force drinks on them. Yeah.
Christian left his present here. For weeks on end.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's hanging up on my wall now.
Who's that?
Is your Hot
my friend
Wheels?
Bray.
Is that your Hot Wheels you're talking about?
It's on my wall.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Like, send me a pic of it on your wall.
Okay.
Okay, Ashley asked a question. It's your guys' turn.
We answered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's your turn to ask one.
Oh.
Do you have one?
No.
I'm just gonna throw out a generic one then. How do you guys feel about shower sex?
Ooh, okay, fair question. It's so
rubbery.
squeaky and rubbery.
She means you're doing it wrong.
If you know what I
don't think I am.
It's quite rubbery. I don't love it. I like starting in the shower and then leaving the shower.
Completely that. I enjoy starting in the shower and then leaving. I do not like staying because it is the natural lubricant has been just washed away and now we're just using water and it's so
rubber.
Squeaky and so
It's like from
rubbery.
Bridesmaids where she's like, you'll only have sex if you have a shower first.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, starting in the shower is
It's
fine.
just like rubbery. It
It is. It's squeaky. Like it is.
You do it wrong. You do it wrong.
I am not doing it wrong.
Okay. So you're saying you start off in the shower and then move elsewhere. Do you dry off in between?
No.
That would ruin the moment.
Yeah, you're not gonna be like 1 second, let me towel up.
That's the equivalent to here. Let's put a condom on. It just kills the vibe.
Even worse. in
We have 2 dogs, so sometimes like 1 sec, you pick up a dog and walk outside the room, grab the other dog, and then close the door. You know?
Yeah, there's nothing really in between. It's get out of the shower and continue. That's all there is.
Matthew used to live.
He does not want you to tell the story.
No, he's yelling at the dog.
Oh, Matthew used to live at Connor's house, and we would like shower in the bathroom, and the bathroom and the bedroom weren't that close. Like it was like down and around the corner, and so you like start in the shower and then like
towel up, walk down the hall.
Didn't even want to towel up, so like and like Connor and Chelsea would like come downstairs to the laundry room down there, so you do like the awkward sprint to the bedroom to make sure
butt naked sprint down the hall.
Seriously, like literally it was like okay, and then like peek out the door and be like go and you'd like
that is the hugest advantage of living alone. You can just like waltz out the bathroom.
Make your way there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just make your but we used to like you peek your head out and you're like go, and you're both just like running butt naked, wet to the room. You're like oh.
See, I think only guys like shower sex. I really think only guys enjoy.
Do you like shower sex, Jayson?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go then. Because
I don't think Matthew likes it either.
Really? I feel like whenever I hear anybody say anything positive about it, though, it's always a guy. Like, no female that I know is like, yes, I enjoy full shower sex. Like, no women that I know.
Yeah, I like showering together.
Yeah. And, like, we could do a little bit of in the shower beforehand.
So how's your day?
Just chit-chatting, washing each other.
Don't touch me.
Save the intimacies for after.
Just kidding.
Even then,
Yeah, it's always been a hassle, and I'm like an old person. I'm afraid of slipping.
Honestly, save it.
Yeah,
Just save it till after the shower. Save it till after the shower.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
She won't be mad about it, you know? Just save it till after.
It's like I don't know, but like anyone like the rubberiness. No.
Yeah, the rubberiness is my major problem, and also my shower is like
You're
1
still
foot
talking
by
about
1
this?
foot, and so it's just not a good time. It's very tiny in there.
Or like I guess I'll sit down. Like I don't know.
How do you even do that?
What are you doing?
That's when you were those old people showers with like the bench in it. Like that would be useful. That would be useful.
For sure.
Turns out they're not for old people.
They're for people who
Sexually
have sex
active adults. Yeah, in the shower.
Or it's like you're fighting for the hot water. Like who gets the hot water?
Even when you shower together, like not doing anything.
If I'm having sex with you in the shower, I get the hot water. Fuck yourself. I'm sitting in the hot water. Or literally fuck yourself in the shower.
I like the showers.
Or I'll leave and you can finish.
I'll leave and you can fuck yourself in the shower.
When I stay at my parents, I use their shower because I got the shower that comes from all
that's
angles.
Nice. Those are really nice.
Those are sick.
All right, that's my question. You girls got you girls. You're up.
This is like a televised drinking game. Is what it feels like.
Kind of. I haven't thought of any questions.
This is the weirdest.
I like how immediately as soon as you put boys versus girls, it always turns into like, what's the most sexual question I can ask? You know, it's like it's so hardwired. It's all you can think of.
Did you when like girls when they post on social media? I know you didn't have social media anymore.
When you did a month ago,
when you did like and you post shit, like did you like girls like think and edit their photos and shit? Like, do you think about what you post, or you're just like, oh, this is cool, I'm gonna post it, or they just never post? Like, I don't really see you post very often.
I think men post on average a lot less than women.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think I posted a picture of me and my sisters because that was the first time we had ever gone on a trip without our parents. Mm-hmm. So that was cool.
I'm like 29 years old.
Well, I mean, we all like they're like in their 30s
adults,
too, so it's like
it's different when you're that age.
Yeah, because like Dom has kids and Lauren lives in Calgary, and But then before that, I think I posted back in April. It was like me skateboarding at River Landing. But like, I don't know. If I don't have anything to post, I won't post it. I just don't really care.
I find that I don't care what anybody else thinks or what anybody else sees, as long as I know that I was there and enjoyed the moment. That's good enough for me.
If I'm working on like a cool cider, if I'm working on something, then I'll like put it in my story, but I won't put it as a post.
Can you hear the puppies?
It's fine. But
I used to like edit my shit. I don't really post anymore either.
Yeah.
But if I do, it's not like I'm not like
I feel like filters are not like a thing you do anymore.
Not a thing anymore.
They shouldn't use them anymore.
If I think something's fun or funny, I'll just like add it to my story now.
Yeah. Now I only post if I really enjoy the photo.
Yeah, but you go out of your way to take cute photos.
Oh yeah, I will still take selfies. 100%. I'm guilty of that. I'll still if I'm feeling cute, I will still take a selfie.
You should when your hair's all up and it's half up, half down thing.
And then you can take a selfie.
Yeah.
I feel like one or two. It's like
do like
no, I couldn't do that.
Your guys' turn. For anything of a question, I can't.
I will. I'll try. You are carrying the team. I'll try.
You got anything, Christian?
I know everything about women. No, I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
okay.
No, I'm just
how's
kidding.
your girlfriend? Oh
She's
wait.
Yeah.
Close.
I know you had to come there. I don't know.
You almost answered. I was like, she's.
Yeah, I pulled my.
Not.
It's like that weird stage where it's like you're still single, but if you slept with anybody else, it's technically pretty shitty.
You'd feel bad about it.
Yeah, that's like you know.
I feel like we could have a whole separate conversation on that topic right now.
It's like karma almost. It's like something's bound to happen if I don't know. That's
and
how
also
I think.
just like feeling like not good about it. Like,
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do that to
No,
that
it's-
person, you know?
But then you're like, what if they're doing it? Then I should do it.
But I feel like if shit.
But I
Most of the times you probably get the vibe that
She's not.
you know where they are, you know? Yeah.
because I was thinking about this because I was like,
Oh, Jason's.
oh, you're gonna.
I got it. Yeah, I got a question, Christian.
Okay, I'm still lacking
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
Google.
How much time, on average, does it take you girls to get ready for, let's say, a date? Because I find that for
Depends.
a guy, it's like, I don't know, 15 minutes.
No, I take
Showering.
like if my date's at 6, I'll start showering at like 4:45.
Oh, really? Okay. For me, it's about 15 minutes or so.
Yeah. Oh.
That is hugely depends on if it's a first date or like first or second date, or if it's like a date that I've been in a relationship with a guy for like a year or two.
Honestly,
widely
it depends
changes.
if I shower or not. Because if it's a blow dry my hair, that's gonna
That
take the
takes a
longest
while.
time. But if I don't, it takes me like half an hour.
Yeah.
You take longer to get ready. I went to New Year. We went out and
I like
Edmonton
to
to-
leisurely get ready.
No,
like slowly. Yeah, I do.
we
I
went
like
to
leisurely
Edmonton
get
for
ready.
New Year's, and there was 4 girls there. Brittany started getting ready first and was the last one finished. To
Yeah,
get
I
ready.
like to like slowly
And I was like, bitch,
enjoyably
what
get
are
ready.
you doing?
Yeah, if I'm like
No,
gonna.
you also are like an overthinker. So you have to bring lots of options. And like
Oh,
maybe
like
you're not, and
clothes-wise,
you're like
yeah.
looking at them and putting them on. And
Clothes
you're like,
wise, absolutely.
and
Clothes
you know
takes
what?
me the longest.
Most of the time,
absolutely.
she's wearing someone else's shirt by the end of it.
Yeah,
so.
clothes takes me the longest.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I take a long time to decide what I want to wear. As
Yeah.
far as like hair and makeup,
don't
I like to like listen to music, take my time, have a drink while I'm getting ready. So if it's like a first date and I'm like trying to make a good impression on somebody new, probably takes me like 45 minutes to an hour. If it's like a date that I've been on, like I'm going on a date with like a relationship, 20 minutes. Like I don't care.
I was gonna
anymore.
say 4.
Yeah. If I shower, maybe 30 minutes. You know,
And
like,
then also,
I don't care anymore.
I guess it all depends on what you are doing for said
Exactly.
date,
Exactly.
right?
If you're
And-
trying to dress up and look nice, I'm good.
The
to
thing
stay
is, I
long
feel like
because
a
I
lot
wanna
of
honor
girls, if a
that.
guy sets a date, they're asking, "What am I wearing? Because what are we doing?" Because they want to know what they want to wear.
And
to
you want to
go.
honor like the amount of like effort you're putting in. Like if you're gonna like take me to like a fancy restaurant, I'm not gonna just show up.
Wear
And,
your
like,
Waska
I'm not gonna
suits,
show up
right?
like this right now.
I just
You know,
find, like,
yeah.
hair makeup wise, at least now, I don't take that long to get ready.
Yeah, same. It's lowered down a lot as I got older because I just like do not care as much.
Because that's what I
yeah.
find. It's like if I go out with a girl, I try to like make it a surprise. Like I don't tell them what we're doing.
Which is really tough for females to like plan.
Yeah,
for
so,
that.
but then they usually will ask me, "How do I dress?" And I'll tell them exactly how to dress.
Okay, well that's
I don't
helpful
tell them like
then.
off the bat, like we're gonna do this. Like no, like.
But you
I'm
give
gonna
them a
do
good
this.
idea of what they need to bring or wear. or
Yeah,
whatever,
if she's
yeah.
like, "What do I need to wear?" But like, just wear something like leisurely. I don't know, like
Yeah, something
don't.
comfortable,
Yeah,
whatever,
wear
yeah.
something comfortable. I don't
You're
know.
gonna need some overalls and some rubber boots.
Well, honestly, it's good to
What
know.
are we going
because-
cranberry picking?
Like
Are
apple
you gonna
picking,
kill
yeah.
me?
Well, it's good to know because I feel like if you don't know what you're doing, you assume like something formal like supper and a dinner, and you might end up wearing like a skirt or heels or something.
Supper's
and then you
so
get
boring.
fucked. Yeah. It is.
I
It's,
love
like, it's a good opportunity.
I know you.
to
I know,
talk.
but it's like, it's just like a
What was our
unoriginal.
first date? Went for drinks.
That's good though. You
The
don't want
last
to.
first date I
You do
went
not
on
want to
was
go
for
for
drinks,
supper on a
yeah.
first date.
Really, I've been
No.
to some first dates before, and they've been
Well,
fine.
yeah. Well, for me,
No,
I don't. I personally don't do it because
I've
it's
been
like you're
trending
locked
away.
in at a certain point.
Yeah, that's true.
You
have
can-
to
you
sit
can have
there,
one
even if
drink.
You don't enjoy it.
Yeah, you can have
I
one drink and leave.
Only ever had one really terrible first date though.
What happened?
Sure, I'll tell the story.
Yeah, tell it.
I went on a date with a guy who I met on, I think it was Tinder or he Instagram. I can't remember. Anyways,
Yeah.
anyways, he was an artist, and immediately I was like, "That is really cool. I enjoy art. That's really cool."
Was this Jordan?
No, it was not Jordan. It was not Jordan.
The amount of girls I've gone out with, like we both gone out with because we were both on Tinder for a very long time. It was
I
just,
imagine,
Anyway,
yeah.
sorry, continue.
Okay, so I was like, I agreed to go on a date with him because he did graphic art, and I was like, that's really cool. He had a bunch of
Yeah.
tattoos. I was like, we have a lot in common. This sounds cool. So we went to Broadway Grocery on 8th Street.
Luna.
We sat there for an hour.
Okay.
I asked him probably like 50 to 60 questions about himself
Holy
in
shit.
this hour. Maybe that's an exaggeration. I asked him a lot of questions. I was trying to get to know him. He did not ask me a single question. I would be like, what are your, what do you do for work? He'd be like, he'd tell me, and then he would just be like, and sit there in silence for the next question. He would not ask me, he didn't ask me a single question about himself. So by the end of the date,
You mean about yourself?
About myself, sorry, yeah. By the end of the date, he was like, oh, we should do that again. I was like, honestly, no.
You said that?
Yeah. I was like,
holy shit.
I was like, no, thank you. Like, I'm glad, like, it was a fine time, but I was like, but you didn't ask me a single question about me, so, like, I'm not really interested. And he was so mad. And I was like, well, dude, like, we spent like 2 hours. Yeah, I was like, God, I'm laying you down now. We spent 2 hours together, and you didn't ask me like, anything. My age. It's lucky he knew my fucking name. He probably wouldn't have asked.
What's your social security number?
These are the questions I want to know.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
It's funny because he had it half right, because he had you talking the most.
Absolutely.
But when you
show
ask
zero interest. And
no,
not
that's the
ask
thing
any
though. So it's like I don't know, like I find that like if a guy, it's because it's bad when a guy talks too much about himself and talks about what he does, right?
Yeah.
But if a guy is like, say, if you ask, like, you're asking questions and you ask a question about him and he's like,
doesn't want to answer.
Be like, yeah, I do graphic design. I've been doing it for 5 years. I went to school for it and just been kind of working my way up. But like, what about like, and then turns it back to you and gets you talking.
I would rather that though than to just like talk and talk.
Yeah,
and talk about
and
yourself.
Then stop.
It's like, you don't even care that I'm there. You just want to talk about yourself.
Yeah, because you're giving.
Should I leave? You can talk about yourself to yourself.
Should we get you a mirror?
Yeah.
Because there is like a sense of like.
A mirror down. Yeah, while you're.
Because there is a sense of mystery, right? That's that
fair.
is required.
There is. But like, yeah, never ever should you
That's
go on a
like,
date and not ask any questions about the person you're on a date with. That's bad.
That's like a pretty like. Not bad first date, because I've heard some horror stories from the girls I've gone out with on first dates.
True. That wasn't that
Tinder.
bad, but that was the worst date. But I'm also like, I haven't gone on a lot of first dates. I guess I don't know, but yeah.
Honestly, it's so hard to talk to people that you know. Like, so even if I was on Tinder, if I saw a girl I already knew, then I would like, if I was obviously attracted, like I would swipe right, just because you have that already, that familiarity and that rapport a little bit more than someone who's fucking like brand new.
Brand new, yeah.
Because it's hard to get to know someone.
Brand new bitch.
Just a brand new bitch.
Just a brand new bitch. Your turn, Brittany.
For a question? Oh my god, I wasn't even thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, I googled some.
You googled some?
Yeah, I'm brain dead. Hold on, let me pull up the old Google. Okay, this is like building off a question from before, from like last recording. Thank you, Google. When you are looking for somebody, obviously attraction is the first thing, but what are like 5 top things that you look for in a female aside from attraction? Yeah, 5 top things. It could be like career driven person, it could be like a sense of humor. Like, what are 5 top things that are like pretty important for you? No, 5. I want to hear 5.
I'm going first on this?
Yeah, Jayson, let's hear it.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I think the first thing I really like asking and trying to figure out is asking a girl about her hobbies, like what she likes to do in her free time. Because I think that tells me a lot.
So you're attracted to them based on what their hobbies are?
It gives me a lot of...
The fact that they have hobbies, I feel like that's important. Like,
yeah, it gives me a lot of, I guess, insight into what kind of personality that they have. If a girl says that she just sits at home, watches Netflix, and drinks wine, it's like...
No personality whatsoever.
Yeah, and if they like going out on a hike or like other stuff, it also gives me ideas of if I want to see this girl again, what else I could be doing with her.
That's a great question. What they're into, what you could do with them, what kind of thing. Yeah, like, that's a great question.
Yeah, and then I don't know how they feel about their family, because it's always important to me, I guess.
These are great answers, Christian. You better be able to keep up with
these.
These are
like
great
how
answers.
they feel about their family means like they have to have a good relationship with their family. Like that's
a good indicator
to you.
It's yeah.
Okay.
Because
depending on their dynamic, I'm sure, right? Like if they have a good dynamic and they have a good relationship, that's admirable. But if they don't have a good dynamic, then I'm sure like you'd be understandable.
Yeah, and in my mind, how they respond to that greatly affects how I think they'll respond to my big ass family and how annoying they are.
Yeah, it's. I think that's pretty nuanced. Like, yeah, that's family is an indicator for sure. But if you take, like my parents, for example, they both grew up in dysfunctional households. You know, like my mom's family life, like it was like their parents were together until she was 16, they divorced, but like it wasn't the most loving family. So my dad's family, because, you know, that Indian doctor, my grandparents never really lived together until the 80s. They were married in the 60s. They didn't really live together until they were in Saskatoon. Oh yeah, because they went to England and then came to Canada. Then when my grandfather came to Canada, he came here by himself for 3 years before before my dad even came over. And then when they finally came over, my grandfather moved to Kingston, Ontario. He came back to North Battleford, and then my grandma left and went back to England. So it's like, it was just like a constant, you know, so I mean that wasn't great and whatnot. So that's like, but my parents came together, and they're one of those rare people that like understood. They looked at that and went, okay, that's not right, and they were able to make a functional family.
That's like I think my dad and my mom talks about more like my mom's family was also like that. And so my mommy has even said that she went out of her way to make sure that her kids didn't grow up like she did.
Yeah. So that's like, it's a good indicator. Like if you go on a first date with a girl and the first thing she says is, "I hate my dad," that's like a
daddy issues.
That's a red flag. That's definitely a red flag. But
unless
I mean,
she can give you context to why.
That's what I mean when it's nuanced, right? It's nuanced. So it's like definitely something. If she just sits there and complains about how terrible her parents are, it's like, okay, well, this is probably not.
Probably a you problem.
This is gonna be our whole relationship.
It might not be your you problem, but it's like a problem you don't have to deal with.
Yeah, but it's your whole relationship is gonna be her family issues then.
That's what I mean. So it's like you're pre-qualifying. It's like, I don't owe anything to you. Like if it's such a huge issue, I don't have to deal with this. Like I'm not gonna get into this now.
Okay, I gave 2. You gotta give 2.
I said 5.
Yeah, so that's 4, and then we'll come up with.
We meant 5 each, bitches.
It's fine.
Okay, I have 3.
Okay,
perfect. That means 5.
Fill out the rest of it.
3 is, I think it's who you are, what do you do, and what do you want.
You want someone that wants a mortgage.
So wait, what do you mean? What do you want? Like,
okay.
What do you want? Like,
So
as far
who
as,
you
like,
are.
kids?
It's not that easy.
So who you are, it's
simple.
okay. Who
what
you are.
do you want? Do you know what movie that's from?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course he does.
It's from The Notebook.
Of course he does.
Weren't you
just telling me that was one of your favorite romantic
I've actually never seen The
there.
Notebook. I just have seen that meme.
It's good because it's a classic. Like, I would watch it because it's a classic.
I've never seen it because I think now because it's so popular, I'm like going out of my way never to see it. Continue. We interrupted you. My bad.
What did I say?
What a surprise.
Don't remember.
Who you are, what you're into, and what do you want?
Yeah, like what do you mean? Like
That's close. I'm surprised.
What do you want? Yeah, like
What do you want? Yeah.
So who you are, you know, like
Ashley
over.
Marie Biggins.
Brittany Leanne.
Yeah.
Okay, but what do you mean by
So
who you are? Yeah,
who you are, it's the personality, the quirks, what the environment you came from, that make up who you are. Like any of us, we're all shaped by our environment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's who you are, right? What do you do, right?
So for work?
That can be, yes,
Okay.
but it's behavior. What are your behaviors?
Are you gonna ask a girl that though?
No, you figure this out.
So you're not talking first date. You're talking while you're getting.
No, like yeah.
You're
So
talking
who
about
you
your
are.
own
So connect, like you said, the connection aside. So if there's
No.
yeah, you did.
You said attraction
I said
aside.
You said,
Attraction
okay, let's just say
Connection's important.
attraction,
Attraction's
chemistry, connection aside.
Okay.
Right. So you say you have those things.
Okay.
Right. So who you are.
She's
I
hot,
got
but
hiccups.
she's crazy.
Okay. So what do you do? Obviously, it's that. It's the career stuff, but it's like behavior. How do you conduct yourself in the world, right? Like you can be, and then also, what do you want, right? So, the what do you want is do you have the same values as me, and do you want the same things as me, right? So you can be a great person, and we have that chemistry, that attraction, that whatever. You could have that career, you could have that model behavior, you take care of yourself, you do all these things. But if you don't want the same things, it's not going to work.
What's more important to you though? What are
That's the
those
thing.
that you just mentioned?
The values.
Okay.
But attraction and chemistry aside, because like
Yes.
you could want the same things, you could be a great
That's
person, but if there's
so like oblivious. So like if you're not attracted, you're.
you'd be surprised how a lot of guys will actually just settle because they're like, I can't find anything else. Like that's how
I'm
a lot
sure
of
females do too.
I'm sure people
sad,
do that,
yeah.
but that's the thing. It's
I'm
like
sure people give. I wouldn't even say because I find you can be unattracted to someone when you first meet them,
Get to know
and then you get to.
yeah.
then
that's
you're
more of a
attracted
that's
to
actually
them.
more guys
To
are
who
very
they are.
visual. They know right away whether they're attracted to someone or not. It doesn't get built.
Because I like that one guy he was like the sweetest person ever, but I was like, eh. But then the more I got to know him, the more I'm like, okay, you're not horrible looking. I mean, never really went that far, but.
See, women are more forgiving in that sense, but.
Oh, okay.
Guys are not so much. But anyway, so that's kind of like the order. It's like, yeah, who you are, what do you do, and what do you want. That's what it is.
Some water?
I do have water. I got hiccups, don't I?
That's interesting. I feel like we would have not have went that deep if you asked us.
He's psychoanalyzing these girls.
No, like, that's a fair amount of deep. It's just
this is like a lot of.
I feel like Christian. Tell me if I'm wrong. Like you don't have like a checklist, but you want things, and you don't see the point in dating anyone that doesn't line up with what you want because you're like, that's a waste of my time.
To be fair,
it's going to take me further to get what I want. So why would I even date you if you're not anywhere near as to like don't have the same values as me or like don't want the same things as me?
But I can't blame him for that. But I can't blame him.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying
not
like
a bad thing.
now it seems like that's what like if you don't want what I want, there's no point because like. I don't want to waste my time anymore.
Yeah, which is like
right?
a really direct.
Which isn't a bad thing. It's just like.
I mean, like I've.
Are you having allergies? Do you
no,
oh.
no, I'm good.
You gonna cry?
No.
You can get emotional. It's okay. It's
I can get emotional, but I'm not.
This is a safe place.
Oh, I can get emotional, but I'm not getting emotional about this shit. No, I've been through enough things, and I've gone on.
That's
enough
what your
dates.
early 20s are for, right?
Yeah, so I've gone. I know what I want and what it doesn't look like. I guess, like with this girl that I'm seeing, I've gone on enough bad first dates. Well, I've been on enough bad first dates to know when I'm on a good one. You know, and that's kind of the way. And like that's the thing. It's
never
like
had a bad first date.
because if you had to ask me like to describe that, it's like who she is. She's like this like really great personality, and she's really positive and really nice to be around. What does she do? She's a teacher, right?
Great career.
She's like she's
You're
educated,
not
but
a
she's
teacher,
also
Brittany.
but she's a dancer, and that's how she fills her time. She's a dancer.
Oh,
You know,
Also
and
great
like
career.
no, like that's what she likes to
Especially
do.
in Saskatoon.
And she's very family oriented. She loves her family. She comes from
That wasn't
sibling
making
family.
fun of her, by the way. I just
No,
work in a school and I also used to dance. I'm just making fun of that.
No. And then no, because because the family is 3 boys. No, sorry, 3 girls and a boy, just like my family or whatever. But what does she want? She wants the same things I do. So so that's why it works. Well, that's why it's easy to be around her, and that's why it's easy to date her because I've been on enough dates where it's hard to get someone to even hang out with you, right? And I've learned that it's just like it's not worth the time when someone doesn't want to be around you.
Absolutely not.
And then and it's just like why force these things? But it's just like I don't know. It's easier when you know those things.
Yeah.
Right, and when you recognize that, it's effortless. You still put effort in, but it's like
effort. You don't feel like you need to put in the effort, like in like.
No, it's like because a lot of the effort was like I want this girl to like me, but I can't get her to like me. But it's like if she likes you, then you can. That's why a lot of guys.
That's the non-effort that they're using.
Well, yeah, that's why a lot of guys get it wrong because they try so hard to get a girl to like them when it's like, hey, they should like you already, or if they don't, they don't.
And the problem with that is they become somebody that they're not. And then
it's fake.
Later down the line, they reveal who they
that's
actually are, and they're like, "You're not who I thought you are."
That comes with age, though. That's an authenticity thing. Because honestly, you get old and you get too tired to be fake.
Which is great.
You're like 29. You're not old.
Compared to someone who's a guy who's 23.
We should all be too old to be tired to be like. We should all be too tired to be fake.
You should talk to Sil and see how.
Compare a guy who's 23 to a guy who's 29 who's got his shit together.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's a different game.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. So
he has his shit together. I don't.
You have your shit together. You're an accountant, man.
Your guys' turn for a question.
Do you have anything?
No.
All right. So
I did have a question, but I forgot it.
Okay. Fair enough. We on this podcast have talked with the boys about how they feel about someone, a girl who's been visually enhanced.
Okay, so you mean like
Photoshop?
Photoshop?
Boob job?
Fake tits. Yeah.
Fake tits.
Oh.
Fake
Fake
tits.
tits, fake
Like,
ass or whatever.
really?
And like,
not natty is what you're saying.
Yeah. And
Not,
like,
not
natty.
natty.
Not natty.
If you're attracted to that kind of stuff.
No.
I want to ask you ladies if you knew a dude had
Fair
enhancements.
question, yeah.
What?
How do you feel?
I've never met another guy that had it.
Like a penis? Like what do you mean?
Do you mean like any sort
Like
like
steroids?
nose job?
Nose
like,
job. The fat sucked out of his ass. Plugged into his abs or something. I don't know.
My opinion would be if it looks natural, I'm not bothered by it. Like if you had like an insecurity in something and you fixed it and you feel good about yourself and you don't look fake, I don't care.
I just think it, like,
what does fake look like? What's the standard
that,
then?
would do that. Like,
you tell me. This is your standard.
Like it doesn't look like you could have been born with something. Like you look plastic. Like you know when you look.
Have you met a guy like that?
No, but like I'm sure it exists.
I mean, it's like I've seen.
No,
like,
I've met women like that. You know,
like
that
if
look
a
so
guy, I would
rubbery
say
or
that the
fake.
guy like was more concerned about his looks than I am, and
No,
that's like a
I
turn
don't
off.
think so.
No,
if
I'm
you're
saying
so
like
insecure,
a lot of guys if they fix shit, like sorry to British people, but a lot of British guys are like these pretty boys. You know, at least if you ever watch like Too Hot to Handle, those British guys on Too Hot to Handle.
Oh my god, that's like
are,
a
like,
small
are
percentage.
they pretty?
Okay,
though?
but whatever. Like they act like they're pretty, and you can like they fucking do shit. Like you can tell they like fix their faces.
Yeah,
and
it
shit.
would all depend
Like
on
to
the
me, I don't know. I
personality
feel like
of
it just depends. If they're fixing something because they're insecure and it makes them feel better, but to me, I would be turned off because it just seems like they're like a pretty boy and like are probably take longer to get ready in the morning than I do.
Yeah, that's
and
a
I would
huge
be
dependence.
Like,
Like if they've got something done and they feel better about themselves and they're like happy and they feel good and they're like radiating that positive feel good energy, for sure. If they're the kind of guy that got that done because they feel insecure and they continue to feel insecure with that done and they like feel the need to like be a pretty boy or whatever, then that's like that's a whole different story.
not
though.
that I,
That's
good for you if you're a pretty boy. You're just like
not
I
into
just,
it. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not. I just. Yeah.
But to be flat, no. If they got like a nose job done because they feel good about it, that's what they needed. I'm not gonna judge you because you need to get that done. If I love you, I love you. I'm not gonna be worried about that. If you had like multiple surgeries and you look a little fake, I probably wouldn't be able to be attracted.
As long as
to
you
them.
don't look fake. If you look like
that would just be an attraction
fucking
problem though. Like I wouldn't
Barbie.
be able to be attracted to somebody who looks that fake. It's not like a morals issue. Like do what you want, but like it's just an attraction issue. I wouldn't be able to be attracted to that person.
Yeah, I agree. Is that the answer you wanted?
Is that what you were looking for? Is that kind of like the vibe?
I wasn't looking for anything. I was just throwing a question.
Oh, okay.
Jason's like, fuck, I really wanted to get my penis done, but now I don't know.
No, they snip a tendon and all it does is it adds like 2 inches flaccid though.
And honestly, that's not worth it. Probably like the bigger the dick is not a true statement. Is not a true statement.
Okay, Mike, I have a question. I'm Googling too.
Oh, you're Googling.
Oh, okay.
We've all gone to the Google
So
search.
What's one thing in a person that you can't tolerate?
One thing.
That's one. It's really tough to pick one.
I don't know. I think.
Oh, you're not asking me. You're asking
Nowadays?
boys. Well, yeah, currently.
Because before, I don't know. Even now, cigarettes.
You don't like girls
So
who smoke?
a vice.
Yeah, I
you're
can't tolerate that.
Interesting. That's both your guys' first choices of vice. It's very interesting.
A girl smokes
Not like
right
a
away.
personality flaw. Not like they're super superficial or they're like
Okay,
a
well
fucking
that's
bitch.
like off the top of my head. If they like, it could be like I explained.
Money hungry.
If the
Not
girl,
like they're
if the
like a
girl
gold-digging
fit the,
cunt,
Keep
but yeah, if they
cheating
smoke,
on you,
fuck them.
yeah. But if they
yeah.
smoke
I mean,
a
if they're a gold
cigarette,
digging
I'm
cunt, they'll
fucking-
quickly learn. I got nothing.
Fair enough.
That's what I'm going with. Cigarettes.
That's very interesting.
just
that
like
you chose a vice.
shitty behavior, sketchy behavior.
Because I think at least with like just like a visual thing, it's like I'm not even willing to approach that person, so I don't even know what the hell.
Yeah,
But
no,
guys are
I-
different though. But guys are. I'll have
Guys.
sex with a girl who smokes, but I won't date her.
Dudes are shit.
Like that's actually like a lot of guys like they'll
You just like
have
to
sex with
taste a
certain people.
cigarette in your mouth?
Yeah, why would you want to have sex with her and not date her if you
Yeah.
don't like cigarettes?
Because it's like
He's got
it's different.
asthma.
It's different. Yeah. That,
Okay, asthma. I mean, the one night of asthma's fine.
Yeah.
Deal
I
with
can
it.
bring my
He's
inhaler.
in there hacking his lung out.
no, it's good. I like these grilling the questions. Yeah, no, like I just it's not what I want in someone who I want to be serious with.
I find
but
it gross. Like if
it's
I,
gross.
I don't know if I would not date a guy, but if he smoked, I think it would be a problem. Like we would be arguing because I'd be like, you should stop.
I used to care a lot more about people's vices than I do. Now I don't care anymore, really.
Well, I know like our one friend used to like get mad at her boyfriend every time he smoked, and it was
Yeah.
like not worth it. Like
It ended in a bigger fight than it was worth.
especially when you're drinking too.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. Like I learned like all the boyfriends I ever had bad vices, and I used to care, and it just like never worked out well.
All
So
the
now
boyfriends I've ever had.
Jason,
they
what's
all
your
had
vice?
bad vices, right? Like they all
Do you have a
did
vice?
stuff bad.
Do you have a vice, Jason?
I used to drink
said
a lot.
smoking.
I've slowed down.
Are you saying Jason has a? Are you asking what his flaws are?
What is vices?
A
What
vice,
do you have a vice?
can be considered a flaw.
I don't think I have any vices. I'm perfect.
Vice, but your vice would probably be drinking, but like it's not like to an extent. But it's not like to an extent. Yeah, me too, bitch. I'm not saying it's not me. Yeah. I'm not saying it's not me. I'm just saying.
Why the fuck did she say that?
I mean, at some point, like, there's certain things that you draw a hard line on. Seeing this girl realize that she was doing cocaine, I'm like, yep, nope, not dealing with that.
Hard drugs would turn me off.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker for sure.
Yeah. But I feel like it's like my career choice too is part of it. I'm like, your turn. Not yours. Your turn for a question.
To ask one?
Not you. The boys.
Oh, it's it's the guys' turns.
Yeah. Were you saying I don't know? Why?
What do you do?
You said you had no plans tonight.
No, I didn't originally.
Well, then why did you make plans when you had plans? When you were in plans.
Second round started.
Continue.
I don't think I have anything else. Christian, you got anything else?
No, not really.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
That's the chicken probably, right?
No, the eggs did because.
No, think of Adam and Eve. The chicken came first.
You want to take it that way? Sure.
No, I don't want to take it that way, actually.
If you believe other sciences, it'd be because dinosaurs laid eggs. Dinosaurs came before chickens.
But what came first, the dinosaur or the dinosaur egg?
It depends on how you describe an egg.
That really is a great question when you think about it.
That's how you describe.
How would you describe an egg?
Well, if you're thinking like eggs as in like conventional like hard shell things, then the dinosaurs would have been. Well, I mean, like you have eggs in the sense of like fish and frogs and stuff like that, where they're essentially embryos encapsulated in a membrane.
Is that not all eggs, though?
Well, it depends on how a person views the eggs. Because I mean, I would classify all eggs like that, but some people think of like the hard shell
right,
and stuff like that.
Yeah. But like down deep to like the base of it, it's all just an embryo based. Like you said, right? So.
Well, this was a great bonus cast. We're gonna end it with that.
Talking about eggs.
Talking about eggs.
Talking about eggs.
Eggs.
Yeah, I ran out of questions. We'll call that there.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thank you for coming to the TED Talk.
That's funny.
This is DJ Biggie Biggs. It's not DJ Biggie Biggs.
You hyperventilate before you have to present.
Oh, she doesn't even care. Biggie Biggs, tap out, sign out.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.